Live from Nashville, Tennessee, this is Saddle Up America on the Equestrian Legacy Radio Network.
Folks think you're rich when they see you have horses. Well, that might be true if my income sources weren't eating up every month on the boardage for all of our four-legged friends. Well, my accountant says that my funds are depleted, but I keep my wealth right where I can see it, in pastures and barns and in show arenas, and because of the money she spends. We're horse poor, I sell one, she buys two more, the luxuries we could afford if we was rich and not horse poor.
Really must have forgot the show where he met me. Said the way I sat in my saddle was sexy. A cowgirl like me was worth every penny. You better start making sense now, my dear. Build me a barn and it better be heated, with a whole lot of stalls, get some kid to clean it. Buy me a stud and smile when you feed it. We're just getting started round here.
We're horse poor, I sell one, she buys three more, the luxuries we could afford if we was rich and not horse poor.
By the power that's vested in me by the ponies, you shall be saddled in this matrimony. I now pronounce you man, wife, and horses. You may kiss all your money goodbye.
Horse poor, I sell one, she buys four more, the luxuries we could afford if we was rich and not horse poor. Horse poor, I sell one, she buys five more, the luxuries we could afford if we was rich and not horse poor.
From Nashville, Tennessee, I'm your host, Gary Holt. Joining me is my horse poor wife, Mary Kaye. Hey, darling.
Hey, babe.
How are you?
Good. That was a really fun way to start the show.
Oh, I love that. I love that video. I love that video and the music to that. That's so cool. That's Cor Blund and Horse Poor. And so it was a cool deal. We are going to be doing a little Canada stuff today.
Yeah, we're going to be visiting with our good friend Glenn Stewart from Up Canada Way.
Glenn Stewart in Canada, Cor Blund in Canada, and we're going to visit another friend who was in Canada in just a minute. You are always so busy. One of the things that people don't know about you is that you love to do thrifting shopping, thrift shopping. And so now you have created Nash West Threads, which has been on eBay for what, a couple of years now?
Gosh, more than a couple of years, probably 4 years.
Nash West Threads, and then you got on a deal called Whatnot.
Yeah, Whatnot is the third most downloaded app in the United States last year. So really? It's live auctions. It's a really fun, growing trend, and just have such a fun community on there, visiting with people, and it's a great way to connect with folks.
Well, it is, but the exciting thing, and the reason I even mentioned that is because this coming Monday,
yes,
you are doing a thing with your Gone with the West girls. Tell us what's happening.
Monday night, I encourage you to join us on Whatnot Live. We're doing a concert at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time with all four of the Gone with the West girls. And then each one of us are contributing some clothing to sell at a live auction immediately after our concert at 8:30. So we will be at Mickey Furman's home.
Magnolia Manor, or what is it?
Magnolia Hill is the name of her home. Hill. Okay. I don't know if that's a Southern thing, but our house is called Birdsong, and the name of her house is Magnolia Hill. And it's going to be great. We encourage you guys to come on out and join in, even if it's just to hang out. It's a lot of fun.
Well, it should be a lot of fun. That's Gone with the West, the award-winning Gone with the West. You girls were Group of the Year with the Academy of
Yes.
Western, no, with the International Western Music Association this past year. And so congratulations on that. But it should be fun watching you guys, and then you can buy some clothes. Download the Whatnot app, and you'll be able to just go right on there, and you can get some really good buys on there, and you're going to have a whole lot of fun watching these gals. But we are getting ready to have a whole lot of fun visiting with our good friend, Mr. Glenn Stewart. You actually got to meet Glenn.
Yeah.
I mean, at Are the Cowgirl in Wickenburg earlier.
Yeah, we'll get to talk about that today. I'm excited. It was a great event, and it was fun to meet him. You know, I got to see his daughter just kind of from a distance. You know, she was kind of a star of the event.
She was busy, wasn't she?
Yes.
We'll talk about that in just a little bit too. But we're going to talk with Mr. Glenn Stewart when we come back right after this. Don't go away.
Guys, it's Glenn Stewart from the Horse Ranch up in northern British Columbia. Every summer here at the Horse Ranch, we have what we call our horsemanship camps, and they last anywhere from 4 days to 8 days, 12, 16 days, up to a month long. Everybody's here for the same reason, to improve their horsemanship. A typical day for the student is they get up in the morning, go feed their horse, clean their pens. Then we meet at 9 o'clock around the campfire and we do a question and answer period. Then we head down to play with the horses, stop for an hour and a half for lunch, give everybody a rest, and then head back down from 1:30 to 4:30-ish and play with the horses again. And then the evenings are usually spent around the campfire talking about the woulda, coulda, shouldas and what they learned and the challenges that they had, and telling stories with new friends and like-minded people. Once you arrive at the Horse Ranch, it's nothing but eating, sleeping, and horsemanship. You can rent a room here at the Horse Ranch, or you can pull in with your camper. If you want to improve your horsemanship, join us here at the Horse Ranch for one of our camps or all of our camps. See you this summer.
And here is the man, Mr. Glenn Stewart. Hey, Glenn.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. Very good.
Good. So that is a beautiful place that you've got there.
It is very, yeah. We are 20 minutes from Fort St. John, and it's paved all the way except for the last mile. I guess there's a mile of gravel to come into the yard, so we're close to town, but we have elk and bear and everything right here in the backyard. So we're a long ways from town, but we're close to town, 20 minutes.
That's not bad. That's not
perfect.
Bad.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember. I was trying to remember. I think the first time that you and I met was at Road to the Horse, if I'm not mistaken, several years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were competing at Road to the Horse, and then have been back, I guess, ever since then. And I know I didn't get to make it up there this year, but Mary Kaye did. She performed. And I saw you going around the arena with a bunch of celebrities, you know.
Yeah, every once in a while if I go down there, even if I'm not competing, they sometimes get me down there to say something.
They rope you in.
That is so much fun. That is so much fun. How did you get involved with Road to the Horse for the first time?
They were doing a Canada versus United States versus Australia. They were doing like a country deal, you know, one country against another country. So that was the first one that I went in, and I think that was 2012. I think that was 2012 when I went in, and then again I went back 10 years later or something, 2022.
Wow. And
competed, and then actually they just called. I don't know. I don't know if this is supposed to be a secret or not. I don't think so.
It's fixing to not be.
Yeah. But they did ask when I was there this year if I'd be interested in going again. And then they called a couple days ago and asked, well, Dan did, that's very much part of the group down there. He called and wondered if Keeley wanted to go into the, what do you call it? The,
wild card?
Wild card.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wild card. So, yeah, so we've been around and back and forth and in and out of there, and a little bit over the years. Yeah, it's a great event.
Oh, that is awesome.
It is
That
a
is
great
awesome.
event.
The prize money for that thing is nothing to sneeze at either.
No, now it's a nice prize money now. It's a job to get the to win it, but
Yeah.
it's a good prize if you do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you at Road to the Horse again. But I want to find out about the horse ranch, and how many years have you been doing that?
I'm thinking it's been since we had students here the very first time would have been 28 years ago.
Wow.
28 years people have been coming. Yeah, because this property that you've seen in the video there, that was just all bush. There was no buildings, no road, no house, no arenas, no corrals.
Huh.
It was all trees. So I bought this piece of land at the end of the road, but the road ended before it got here. So I had to build the road and get the trees off of it just to get here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then started clearing where I figured a field should go and where I thought the house might go and where the corrals might go, and make some pastures and fence the whole thing and knock all the trees so I could get the fence up. And the first clinic or people that I had here was out in the dirt because the grass hadn't even grown yet. I just got the stumps and the trees all off it and burnt and got it leveled out, and actually hauled in some panels from my dad's house so we'd have some kind of a fence, and put up some panels out there. And that was the first clinic 29 years ago. My oldest daughter was just born, and she's 29. So
Wow. Well, how did you decide to go into the horse training business?
I didn't. It was nobody that I knew was making a living at it. There's people that did it, but they always had a job on the side, and
Kind of like a musician, Mary Kaye.
yeah, 6 jobs on the side so you can
Yeah.
train
That's
horse.
right.
Yeah. So that was, I didn't really know anybody, but then I took a clinic, and at that time it was with Pat Pirelli, and he was doing very well at it and whatever.
Yeah.
And he suggested that I should, try it too and come and learn some stuff and whatever. So I spent a bunch of years following his program and learning and seeing what he did and how he run his business and whatnot. And so the business just started going and taking off. And then I stayed with Pat for quite a while and learned lots of good stuff. And then went off on my own and seen other clinicians and whatnot along the way. But went on my own, and then we're just doing our own thing now and have things set up and doing all the things that we want to do, what we really enjoy. So it turned into a major business. She's all over the world now.
Oh, wow. Well, you are doing so many different things. You're doing online courses. You're doing in-person events. I know yesterday we talked and you FaceTimed me. I gave you a call and then you FaceTime and you showed me all the people that were riding behind you. It was absolutely so cool, because you guys were having a big time and I was sitting here behind the desk. That was just not fun at all.
Yeah. We're out on the trail, and to be honest, I had forgot. In the morning I went, oh, I think today's the day. And then, but we were all on horses and we were heading out, going to the valley. And I went, oh, and we were literally going down the hill, and I said, I don't know, I think you dinged me or something. I think that's what happened. You texted me or ring me. And guys, we might not be going we might be not going on a ride because I think I just forgot something. And luckily,
it was me.
You had forgot bigger than me, I think.
I had forgotten.
Yeah. It was a happy mishap because it works out better for today.
It worked out better, yeah. So
but tell us just a little bit about all the different clinics that you have, and then I want to zone in on one that really got my attention. But what are the opportunities for people to come out and stay with you at the horse ranch?
Yeah, so we do clinics all over the place. We go all over. We go to Brazil and Switzerland and Austria and Costa Rica, and we do these learning holiday adventures where people meet in different countries, and we ride the horses that are at each, in each place. The horses are supplied over there, and so we go do a clinic and an adventure and a holiday all wrapped into one. So we do that all over. They're all a little bit different. We got the online course that you mentioned, so people can study and follow the program at home online. We do our regular horsemanship clinics all over the place, off the ranch, and then we have what we call the camps here at the ranch, so people come and stay, and they can stay. We used to do 3 months. Now I do about a month and a half. So we
wow.
here at the ranch without leaving. So they can come for 5 days, or we started every spring with a 10-day colt start. So what it will 15. Last year was a big year. I think we had 27 colts here or something that we started in 10 days. So the students come and we do a whole 10-day colt starting deal. And then after that, I get usually a couple days off, and then we start going through what we call the stages program. So we do stage 1 and then stage 2 and stage 3. And so the people that I've got some students that have been coming to the clinics with me for 25 years at least.
Oh, wow.
So depending on where they are on the thing, they can just pop in at a higher stage, or they can come at the beginning because the door's open to them. They can kind of do whatever they want because they got all the skills to jump in any place they feel like it.
They're practically family at that point.
They are.
I've got a feeling if they've been coming for 25 years, it's not because they haven't learned something. They just have a good time coming and spending time with you.
Yeah, and lots of these people now are for sure friends, and you see them all the time on all different levels, and some have become business partners for different ventures and stuff that you meet, and you go, boy, so-and-so is really amazing, and he's got tons of knowledge in real estate or something, so I glom onto him and start learning everything I can about what they're good at. And and then we end up touring around. We end up going around the world, and they'll follow me. They'll show up all the road to the horse to see how that goes. And that's turned into a really very enjoyable, very fortunate deal.
Absolutely amazing.
I love that.
Absolutely amazing. Well, I want to talk about a couple of things in particular, but I want to take a break and do a song. And this is a song from Miss Mary Kaye Holt, and it is from her album. What is your album, Mary Kaye?
Is it? I'm not sure which song you're playing. Maybe from Frontier?
It is. It's from Frontier, and it's We Dream of Horses. We'll be back in just a moment.
That's a good one.
You're listening to Saddle Up America, heard around the world on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, most streaming platforms, and now on YouTube. Just search for Equestrian Legacy Radio. We'll be right back.
Little boy tugged at his mama's hand to get that pony right. A little scared when he climbed on, but when it was over he cried. All the way home in the car he chanted that pony's name. Now every Christmas and birthday his wish list is the same. Dreams of horses, and he hears them calling his name, and he needs the drum of hoofbeats, the swinging stride and the wind in a horse's mane. This gal knows about falling down and climbing right back on. Shoveled stalls, hauled hay in the snow, fed horses before dawn. School bell rings and she's at the gate, calling that pony's name. Years will come and years will go, but this will never change. She dreams of horses, and she hears them calling her name, and she needs the drum of hoofbeats, the swinging stride and the wind in a horse's mane. Now some of us became doctors or followed other dreams. Teachers, lawyers, nurses, or pilots, or U.S. Marines. Wherever we went in this world, whatever else we became, for those of us born to be horsemen, the dream is still the same. We dream of horses, and we hear them calling our names, and we need the drum of the beats, the swing and stride and the wind and a horse's mane, the swing and stride and the wind and a horse's mane.
We Dream of Horses, Mary Kaye Holt. And I am sure that a lot of folks that come out and see you have been dreaming of horses for a long, long time.
Me? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's dreams, and that is, yeah, they have, some of them have big dreams of things that they would like to accomplish, and some are just coming for fun and get their eyes open widely, like they're like shocked at all there is as to know. They've been riding forever, and then you start asking and showing and talking about certain things, and they're very surprised at how much there is going on.
I wanted to ask while you were talking about that is, do you have any of your clients that have become trainers themselves?
Yeah, there's I don't know how many. There'd be quite a few. Some are trainers before I ever met them. They showed up here and they're just adding to their toolbox. You know, they're adding some tools to the toolbox, so they got a little more skills when they go back to doing whatever they're doing. So, and then some have become trainers. They started learning about this and then went off and started training.
That's got to be rewarding to you to see people that, when they come to you, if they've been trainer, it's like they're coming to get a master's degree. They're coming to the master to get a master's degree.
Yeah, well, I mean, anybody that's trying to get good at anything gets a coach.
Yeah.
Like all the best, like the top sports guys that you could ever think of, they all have coaches.
They do have.
So people that are really trying to go to the reaching for the stars, they get a coach. You know, it doesn't matter. I got coaches all the time for all kinds of crazy things that have nothing to do with horses, but it does actually have lots to do with horses. But I'm always taking some course or reading some book or something continually because I'm looking for a coach.
Right. Well, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is one of the courses that you do, and you addressed it just a little bit before that song, and that is in your colt starting clinic. And that's a 10-day clinic that you put on, and you were talking about how many colts that you had come in for this one. What goes on during the colt starting clinic? What are the colts like when they first come in?
Various things. So last year we had some tough ones in that 27 head of horses that were here. We had some tough ones, and they're all different ages and whatever. So sometimes the clients will bring 2, so everybody gets 2 colts. Okay. And some will end up with a few more than 2, depending on how many colts we end up having run around here. And then we have some that are my clients that want colts started, and they want us to do it on this 10-day program. And so I'll have a list. I have a list, and I've got all this is what I would like to see, guys. This is your game plan for the first session with this horse. This is a game plan for the second session with this horse. And so I give them the list. And even the people that start colts are often quite shocked at what the list is, like how big the list is and how much is expected to get done. But if we, with the Road to the Horse and all the different colt starting competitions that you've seen, how much has to get done in an hour. Like there's a pile of stuff, because in 3 hours they're riding through a course and they're roping and dragging and right leading and left leading and picking up feet. Everything's taking place in 3 hours. So I've done lots of those types of deals, and so I know what a horse can absorb if you present it right. And so that's all we're trying to do, is just trying to give everybody. I run around and help everybody. They're all students anyway, so they've been following the program, so they got an idea where it's all headed anyhow. But now they want to up the ante a little bit, and they go, we'd like to start some colts and see if we can put our skills that we've been practicing to work. And so I'll give them the list, and then they don't have to stick with the list, but the list is less than what you'd have to do in a 3 hour thing by a long shot, because they're not ready for that fast deal. But it's still way fast for what they would do if they were at home.
So are most of the colts 2 years and older, or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything will be, 2, maybe 5. At the time we get a 7-year-old or something in here, and I'd prefer to be 2 and 3-year-olds, really, is what they're to deal with. As soon as you get 4, 5, 6, 7, man, they can be pretty tough. And you can get some 7-year-olds that are nicer, easier, okay. But for the most part, the older they get, tougher it gets. So, but it is, we kind of, whatever shows up as we just go ahead.
But anyway, most of them are 2 or 3-year-olds, and then you kind of just start from the ground. And they keep going, right?
Do all the ground. We got a whole list of ground things that we do, and start working through the thing. And by the 5th day, I'm hoping that everybody's on, which is slow in some guys' lives and it's fast in other people's lives. But I hope everybody's on and they're riding around, and by day 6 or something, 7, we're riding down the river valley.
Oh wow!
All of us are going for a big, out in the wilderness, and by then they're dragging, roping barrels and dragging barrels behind their horse and cracking whips and waving tarps and flags and all the stuff, and they can taught their horse to come up and pick them up off a mounting block or off the fence. And
well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So they're learning a whole lot.
Yep.
In 10 days.
Yeah, the horses are doing. They're learning a lot, and the people are learning a lot. And lots of times it's a little, like for the people, it's a tall order. Like they're having more meltdown than any horse here. They're like, we're doing what today?
Oh gosh. Well, that's kind of interesting. I was interested in what that 10-day colt starting session was like, and so I kind of have an idea now that you've explained that. And
I have a question for you, Glenn. So you have experience being a competitor in Road to the Horse, which is for our listening audience a very big deal. I mean, that's not everybody gets to do that. There's only a handful every year.
Explain the Road to the Horse for people that are around the world that are listening, that may not understand. That's put on by Western Horsemen, and was an event that was started by Tootie Bland and her husband years ago, and now it's owned by Western Horsemen. And it's a competition where the horses are 2 years old, if I'm not mistaken, right? And they come in 3-year-olds that are coming in. Now they're coming in from they used to come in from the 4-6s, and now it's coming in from the Pitchfork.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're competing to start these colts in 3 or 4 days, and they come in and they've been barely handled. And by the time that you get through, you're doing amazing things on their backs and the competition. So that basically is what Road to the Horse is.
So my question for you, Glenn, is after participating in that competition, has that affected your colt starting regimen, or is that competition like a totally different training experience because it's so much shorter and so public?
So, and just what Gary was saying earlier, so it's 3 hours over three days. You get 3 hours actual of your hands on the horse over 3 days. No, 3.5 hours, because you get a half hour hands on the horse on the last day. So you get 3 hours to prep and then half hour or 40 minutes or something on the last day to do all the course and everything. So what I thought you were going to ask me is, and maybe it's you're probably too politically correct for this, but some people ask me, they go, well, isn't that hard on the horse? Like, what do they think about the, what about that? What about this? And I love that question. Do you want to ask that question? I love that.
Ask that question, Mary Kaye.
Ask that question, Mary Kaye. Isn't it hard on those colts?
Isn't it hard on those colts, Glenn Stewart?
Oh, great question, Mary Kaye. It is not. It's only hard on. It's only hard on the colt. It depends why you're there. So, and I love why I love getting into this is because if your reason to go there is to only win at the expense of the horse, then yes, it's hard on the horse.
Huh.
That's why you're there, is to win. So if you're there to prove that you're the best, then yeah, it'll probably be hard on the horse. But if you're actually there because you are trying to improve rather than prove. So if you're going there as a person that is trying to improve, there is no better place when you're ready for that sort of a deal. There's no better place to go to, sharpen your skills because of the time limit on it, because all the judges, because all the people, because the size of the arena, everybody's judging the bejesus out of you. Like they're all like, oh, that guy's mustache is too big and his beard's the wrong color. And I don't like his hat. There's a lot of judgment going on in that thing. That's just human beings doing it. So you're trying to do what as best as you possibly can, because if you do a bad job, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it through the thing. You can't do a poor job and make it through that thing, make it through that course. It's tough. Like most people's 10, 15-year-old horses ain't making it through there. They've been for 10 or 15 years. They're not making it through there. So if you can prepare that colt in that small of a window, you must have did something right. There's something has to have happened that went along good. And then people go, yeah, but. So I love it because the last time I was there, some of the butters, even my students go, yeah, but I don't know, but. Go,
yeah, butters.
But I actually had a T-shirt for a while for people when they said yeah, but too much. I just give them a T-shirt that said yeah, but. So I bought the last one that I started down there. So I bought him. So he had his 3 hours, and we did the course and everything. He was a superstar, just awesome. Went through the whole thing, brought him home. And I didn't bring him home. He stayed in Texas, and it took a long time before he ever got up here. But by the time he got here, he arrived when my camps were on, when the students were here, and they all bring broke horses to ride in the stages program. So he rides, unload him from a trailer. I give him the day off, and then I said, well, tomorrow let's pull him out and just see, how traumatic an experience it was for this horse. Let's find out. So I bring him out after 3 months, haven't seen him, and he had 3 hours of training, and I do the ground stuff that I taught him back then, warm him up a little bit, put the saddle on, move him around a little bit. I jump on in this big 200 by 200 foot pen that's out here in front of all the students and start riding him around. And then I use that colt for the rest of the clinic to show everybody what they should be able to do with their 10 old horses. Wow. So they get to see it and just go, and I'd say, okay, lope off, guys, or whatever. No.
So Glenn, did you feel like that horse remembered those
100% remembered?
Wow, that just blows my mind.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. There's no way if he didn't remember, I'd have to start from scratch. Went through everything, and he goes, yep, check. And
muscle memory.
Give me the green light here, the green light there. And away we go. So I'm riding now with 15 people that are riding around, loping past them, and whatever we're doing, to groundwork, anything. And without not one word of lie, I could do more stuff on him as far as like his bravery level, and as far as his turns and his cantering off and picking up the right leads, all that stuff, than the folks that were there. So the proof's in the pudding. It's only traumatic on those horses if you go in there with your only reason for being there is to prove rather than improve. So like going there with all the eyes on you and people talk, like the announcers. So Glenn, what do you think about this? And are you feeling about that? And tell us about this. And you're thinking, because you have to be in the game. Like you can't be like, you have to be so laser focused on what you're doing to take horses that quickly through something and have a nice product at the end of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
With everybody watching,
oh yeah, with everybody watching and
like an arena of people looking at you.
and the judges are marking everything you do, you know. And
Crazy.
so you just can't worry about, but you would worry about it if you were trying to prove. You'd
Yeah.
stress it out. If
Yeah.
you're literally, truthfully, honestly there to improve, there's no stress. It's like, I'm just here to
You know,
improve.
it's so crazy how there's all of these correlations with different things, because the same is true for a musician, Glenn. Like you go and you can only you are bringing something specific to that stage.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're there to prove that you're good, it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there to channel that song and to communicate with the audience and connect with them, then it all clicks together. But there's a part of you that you have to just let go of worrying about.
Yeah.
You have
My students, the clients that do the best are the ones that aren't here to prove. The ones that are here to improve, and they truly are. They don't got any worries. I mean, they go fast, and they just, and I can see it in their horse too, because your horse knows if you're trying to prove or improve. They know, because you don't act the same. A prover doesn't act the same as an improver, and it's just very different. Your horses, they sense all that stuff, and they go, oh yeah, you're just here to prove that you're some kind of a superstar cowboy, and it'll bite you. So great question, Mary Kaye. And
I'm so glad you thought of that question, Mary Kaye.
Well, speaking of superstars, you know, you are a superstar, but you've got a daughter who's really coming up in the ranks. And so Gary, you know, can you tell our audience about Keely and about the horse sale? And I'm handing this off to you, dear.
Well, I think Glenn should tell us about Keely. That's his daughter. And so for the last 2 years at Art of the Cowgirl, she has brought through the sale the top selling horse. And year before this past year, the horse only brought $200,000.
I know, it's very unfortunate. Can I show you this? Look.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
You see
amazing.
that deer?
Is that deer or elk?
That's a
Elk.
deer. She's
Oh, is that a deer?
deer. She's gonna lay. They lay right here in front of the deck. That's the
Amazing.
shade, so they like that.
Gosh, you're in a little piece of heaven there.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then the horse this year was governor, and he only brought 225,000. So felt
Yes.
pretty sorry for her having to
Yes.
work with those horses that long. But
Yeah.
tell us about her. How did she get involved in following in your footsteps?
Well, so I've got two daughters, and they're 2 years apart. So Keely is the youngest one, the one that you're talking about. She's the youngest one. But of course, because I was doing this my whole life, both those girls have followed me everywhere, and they would go on the road with me to clinics when they could. And then we always went to the mountains, and when I say the mountains, it's 3 hours north of here. And then we go 80 miles as a crow flies. If there's no roads, there's 80 miles back into the Rocky Mountains. And so they would come every summer, and we would go up there and do clinics and start a whole bunch of colts and stuff. So they were coming there since they were 4 and 6. And
Oh, wow.
I had them on top of their first mountain when they were 4 and 6. I had to pack them up there because they could only walk certain ways, and then they played out. So I pack one, and I go back and get the other one and pack the other. And I ferried them up to the top till I got them both on top of the peak, and then they just promptly went to sleep. And they said, "Please don't forget us up here." I'll try not to. So, anyways, they've been around the horse stuff forever, and both of them were down there at the last colt starting, and Keely was the pen wrangler for me, and Carson, she was there too and helping organize things, and they're both great helps getting me ready for all kinds of stuff. But anyways, Keely's really stayed in the horse industry, and she's now ranching, and she was supposed to be joining us today, but she's branding calves today, so she couldn't get off the ranch to come and join us. But as far as the Art of the Cowgirl, yeah, she's been very successful and very fortunate. She's just done a great job of showing her horses and advertising and letting everybody know about them. And yeah, so it's just been a very, very fortunate deal. And the Art of the Cowgirl puts on a great sale. It's lots of fun. And but it was her idea in the beginning, because I was selling horses, or I raised horses, sold horses for years, and then I kind of quit. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And anyway, she got to the age and she goes, "Hey, what do you think about?" And there's this Art of the Cowgirl sale, and I'd kind of heard about it a few times, but I didn't know much about it. Anyway, she knew about it, and so she started talking about it. And I was thinking I should take a horse there, and da 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 da. Anyway, so she did, and I think it's 5 years now that she's been taking horses there.
Oh, wow.
And she's just been super, super successful and very fortunate, like I say. And yeah, but she does a great job with horses, and she's just crazy interested in, she loves the cattle work and the roping and stuff. So she's just honing her skills like crazy in that department. The horse industry is such a big thing. Like, there's so many areas to learn about.
Yeah.
What I consider that what we do around here and what I've taught her is I like to call it true horsemanship, and I can tell you more about what that really means. But and then she's taken, then you could do these offshoots from, once your horsemanship is good enough, you go off and go do all kinds of things. So yeah, as time went on, she got all kinds of opportunities. Was the Calgary Stampede Princess one year, and
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's one of the things I tell my students all the time out here. If you got I do all these, we call them wows, words of wisdom. So I'm always doing words of wisdom with everybody, and I like them, and the students seem to like them, and I try to lay it on the kids all the time through growing up. But anyways, what I was telling the students this morning, I said, if you got a tree to chop down and you got 15 minutes to do it, you spend about 12 minutes sharpening your axe. Make sense?
Yeah.
So instead of just going at that tree with a dull axe, to spend your time that thing sharp. So I mentioned at the earliest, we've been asked to do lots of different things, and we don't say yes to everything. We are very honored to be asked. Like, we're like, wow, okay, and but we go, you know what, my axe isn't sharp enough right now. I can't say yes to this. I got something else going on, but I go, I will, but later, because I want time to sharpen my axe. So you can be asked something really great to do, and they go, "Hey, you want to, in 6 months from now, or 9 months, or 10 months, you want to do this thing?" And I go, "I would like to, but I actually haven't been sharpening my axe lately in that department, so I need to go sharpen my axe, and then I'll give you a call and maybe next year." So, and when you take it to the students out here, and if we take Keely, for example, the reason she got to be a princess, because she spent all this time sharpening her axe. Not because she wanted to be a princess. She just wanted a sharp axe.
Okay.
And she didn't know that at the time. She's just a kid. She's 4. And her dad's making her sharpen the axe all the time. So everything that we did, everywhere we went, it was always about, I'm always thinking to my head, I got to, I'm always trying to get these girls to sharpen their axe all the time. Like, just hone some skills. You use it, period. Doesn't matter what, you're just going to you'll use these skills somewhere, sometime. So she was just she's very good at honing her skills, and it's just part of both of them. And so then all of a sudden you'd get an invite to do something, and you go, "Hey, you know what? I've been sharpening my axe. It won't take me very long. I'll put a couple more licks on that axe, and I'm ready to roll." So she, says yes to the Calgary Stampede, not even thinking about going. None of us were even considering it. Never. To be honest, we don't rodeo. We love watching them, but we don't.
Right.
We're not rodeoers, we never. But they asked her. She didn't go saying, "Could I be a princess?" or "Could I run for that thing?" And it's kind of the way it's been for a lot of things. People ask and say, "Would you be interested in doing this or that?" And I truly believe it's because we spend our time sharpening an axe. We're not out there cutting trees down. We're sharpening an axe all the time. And I guess people notice you're sharpening your axe all the time. And so you get invites to the Road to the Horse and, competing at the Calgary Stampede and Extreme Cowgirl.
Yeah.
Art of the Cowgirl, and colt starting opportunities here, there, and wherever. And
I think that if anybody takes anything away from this show today, it needs to be sharpening your axe.
Yeah.
And that needs to be a focus. And
I'm really feeling the truth of that.
Yeah. And the other thing is not going into something to prove how good you are, but to improve yourself.
To be an improver. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Glenn Stewart, you are just a good fella.
You definitely.
Yeah. And we'd love to visit with you again another time. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're very welcome. Give us your website and tell folks how they can stay in touch with you. And by the way, your Facebook page is tremendous on social media. I love going and looking at your Facebook page. But give us your website because it's great too. And I'm sure you don't do it. That's probably your team.
No. It's thehorseranch.com.
All right.
Yeah. And if you enjoy looking at mine, go check out Keely's her what do you call it? What's the other one? Instagram. Yeah, go check out her Instagram, man. I tell you, that she's a hell of a photographer and a storyteller, and she's doing big things in her own world. She's warmed up. A lot of sponsors have contacted her, and she's got all kinds of goodies going on.
I got to ask you, where did she get her middle name? Riata.
Where did you get that? Well, from her
parents. Why?
It's a cool name.
It is.
I thought, and I guess a few other people thought it was a cool name too, because there's a bunch of Riatas in the kind of the horse world.
I was about to say, I've heard it often now.
Yeah. It's like, what the heck? When we give her the name Riata, we didn't. I guess a bunch of other people thought Riata them in the window of time was great too. So I don't know.
It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Well, you're a good guy, and we look forward to seeing you. Come back down to Nashville. I know you were down in Nashville a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I can only handle about 3 days of it, and then I'm too trying to keep up the pace down there.
Gosh, we got an invitation to go out tonight and see some friends that are performing. And
I love it down there. It's really fun. All the music. Yeah.
Music all the time, everywhere. It's great, great city. Well, thanks for joining us today. Look forward to having you back again, Glenn.
All right. Thank you very much.
Nice. All right. We're gonna take a listen to a little song about time spent in the saddle. And we'll be back in just a moment on Saddle Up America. Glenn Stewart, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
I miss the smell of leather in any kind of weather, looking out across the vast and empty land, swinging up to ride, covering ground on a mountainside. There is no better use of my time. But I'm stuck here in this city, looking round, it ain't pretty. I could see the hell that cropped up out of greed, and all the hate and misunderstanding. Wish I was back home where they put down their phone to help someone in need. Time is like a weapon in a battle. Some spend their time getting wasted, others waste their time just suspending on things that are way overrated. We're all fighting in a war on a river called life. Can't slow the flow of time with a paddle, but no hour of life is wasted. That is time spent in the saddle. I've been racing to get ahead, spinning my wheels instead. I gotta change my direction, it's now a bust. Any younger, gotta feed this hunger, so I'm leaving this asphalt in the dust. We're all fighting in a war on a river called life. You can't slow time with a paddle. But no hour of life is wasted. That is time spent in the saddle. I don't hide my scars. What's done is done. That was another life. A new life has begun. And I love the smell of leather, moving out together with the best horse I have ever had. We are of the same mind, covering ground on a mountainside. There is no better use of our time. Time is like a weapon in a battle. Some spend their time getting wasted. Others waste their time just a spending on things that are way overrated. We're all fighting in a war on a river called life. You can't slow the flow of time with a paddle. But no hour of life is wasted. That is time spent in the saddle.
Time spent in the saddle, Mr. Jared Rogerson. Such a fun show.
And inspiring too.
I'm gonna sharpen my axe, Mary.
Yeah, I was thinking, I had all of these thoughts going through my mind, but that happens often during these interviews. You visit with people, you take time to just listen and learn. We hope our listening audience just loves these conversations as well. It means a lot to you and I to visit with our friends. Yeah.
And Glenn was such a good guest and a good guy. So be sure and visit his website, thehorseranch.com, and to check him out. And it'd be kind of fun to go up to Canada and take a clinic or something.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Kind of cool deal. Kind of a cool deal. I want to take just a minute to thank our sponsors, and those are the sponsors you'll find on our website at equestrianlegacy.net, the sponsors that you'll find in the general store, where you'll find something for everyone that loves the horse and equestrian and Western lifestyle, and in our Legacy Select horse campgrounds and guest ranches for the finest riding destinations in North America. Be sure and check out our Legacy Select horse campgrounds and guest ranches, and you'll find all of those on our website at equestrianlegacy.net. We want to invite you to join us on Tuesdays for Live from Nashville, on Thursdays for the Campfire Cafe, on Saturdays for Saddle Up America, and once a month for Beyond Western Skies.
Beneath Western Skies.
Beneath Western Skies, down below there. That's right. I have too many shows, Mary Kaye.
I know, you can't keep them.
I've got a couple more I'd love to do. I mean, it's just like I keep thinking of these different shows that I'd love to put on, and I don't have enough time to do it. It's crazy. But anyway, be sure and join us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, most streaming platforms, our website at equestrianlegacy.net, and now on YouTube to see all these great videos and our handsome and attractive guest that we have join us.
For sure.
Yeah, just search for Equestrian Legacy Radio. We're going to close this out with a great song from our good friend, the late Don Edwards. It's called Coyotes. We'll see you next time on Saddle Up America.
was a cowboy I knew in South Texas. His face was burnt deep by the sun. Part history, part sage, part mesquite. He was there when Pancho Villa was young, and he'd tell you a tale of the old days, when the country was wild all around. Sit out under the stars of the Milky Way and listen while the coyotes howl. And they go, woo yip, woo yip, woo, woo yip, woo, woo, woo yip, woo yip, woo, woo yip, woo yip. Now the longhorns are gone, and the drovers are gone, the Comanches are gone, and the outlaws are gone. Geronimo's gone, and Sam Bass is gone, and the lion is gone, and the red wolf is gone. Well, he cursed all the roads and the old men, and he cursed the automobile. Said this is no place for an hombre like I am, in this new world of asphalt and steel. Then he'd look off someplace in the distance at something only he could see. He'd say all that's left now of the old days, damned old coyotes and me. And they'd go, ooh yip, ooh yip, ooh, ooh yip, ooh, ooh yip, ooh yip, ooh, ooh yip, ooh. Now the longhorns are gone, and the drovers are gone, the Comanches are gone, the outlaws are gone. Now Cointreau's gone, Stanwatee's gone, and the lion is gone, and the red wolf is gone. One morning they searched his adobe. He disappeared without even a word. But that night as the moon crossed the mountain, one more coyote was heard.